All right, you're welcome to have a strap handy for some hamstring stretches in the beginning. Otherwise, you won't need many props today. All righty, so let's come to lying on our back. Strap handy for in a little while if you need. And we're going to lie with our feet together. And taking hold of the elbows above your head. Just take a moment to settle onto your back. Taking a few breaths as you just ground here on your mat this morning. Connect with your breath and just use this time to check in. Your body might be feeling a little bit tired after all your handstand program work, all the arm balances we've done today this week. So we're just going to take it slow and easy this morning, mostly. And at any point in the class, you just need to stop and rest. Please listen to your body. So from here, gently start to flow into the feet. So that's going to mean pressing through the ball of your foot. So it's like you're pointing your ankle, but you're curling your toes back up towards you, like a demi-point in dance, like we do in our inversions where we push through the balls of the feet. So just feeling that gentle activation in the feet and the legs. And as you do, push the balls of your feet away from you, gently working up into the thighs. And then with your arms above your head, if that feels comfortable, gently start to reach and extend your elbows away from you. Starting to feel that length through the torso, through the sides of your body, through your shoulders and your arms. As you're going to work a lot of that pressing action of our elbows into the ground. And maybe here already in this moment, notice if it's easy to take your forearms over your head, or maybe your arms are a little bit shorter and that doesn't feel so comfortable, because that's going to come into play a little later as well. So just taking one more moment to press through the feet and reach up through the elbows, feeling that length through the sides of the body. Feeling that reaching away. And then slowly release and bring both knees into your chest. Just give yourself a gentle hug and do whatever feels good this morning. Maybe a little rock from side to side or forwards and back, whatever your body needs. And keeping the right knee drawn into your chest. Stretch your left leg forwards, push through the ball of the foot, and just slowly lower that leg to the ground. Really pushing through the ball of the foot, working through the legs, nice and slow. And then resting on the mat. Hugging the right knee in, and then move it across into a gentle supine twist. Right arm wherever it feels comfortable, just slowly easing into the body. Do whatever feels good in your twist. Gently come back to the center, keeping the right knee drawn into your chest. Take hold of the back of the right knee, and as we ease into hamstring, start to bend and stretch through the right leg. And then keeping the leg straight, maybe a gentle point and flex in the ankle. And having straps handy, if you want to pop your strap over the ball of the foot now, as we move into our Supta Padangusthasana. Option to bind to the big toe, or just continue to hold the back of the leg if that feels good this morning. Of course, we're going to do quite a bit of hamstring warming to assist us to walk in for inversions. Doing whatever movement feels good here, whatever you need, easing into hamstrings. And bending the right knee to your chest, bring the left knee back in, back to a nice hug. And then extending your right leg up, push through the ball of your foot. So feel that activation in the leg as you slowly take that leg down to the ground. Really reach through the foot. Nice active legs. Then resting the right foot, hug the left knee in a little tighter and bring it across into a gentle twist, just easing into the body, left arm wherever it feels good for you this morning. Slowly as we come back to center, taking hold of the back of the left knee, and again, just warming into hamstrings, so maybe a little bend and stretch. Maybe you like to point and flex ankles. Option to take use of your strap now and move into your Supta Padangusthasana with the strap. Or continue to walk your hands up along that leg or bind the big toe. Taking a few more breaths here, allowing for some movement or just holding and breathing. Gently releasing your strap. Once again, push through the ball of the left foot and gently lower your leg back to the ground. Slow and strong. Good. Without the strap now, active flexibility. Push through the balls of the feet and this time float your right leg up. Without holding on this time, use your strength to bring that right leg in. Still pressing through the ball of the foot. Nice, active, strong, straight legs if possible. And then slowly carry that right leg down. Pushing away, reaching away. We do the same with the left leg, so pushing through the ball of the foot as we carry your left leg up. Active flexibility, drawing that left leg in. Nice and strong and straight. And slowly lowering the left leg down. Keep pushing away with the ball of the foot. Nice active legs. Carry your right leg straight up again. This time, You might want to reach your arms overhead, or maybe interlace your fingers and press up through your arms. Or you could even take your hands behind your head and kind of cradle the back of your head. So just explore that. I know it's a little bit awkward on the floor. So just play with what feels comfortable, pressing up or holding the head. And then from here, floating the left leg up, we're going to scissor the leg. So scissoring the right leg down, left leg comes towards you, hovering right foot off the ground, pushing through balls of feet as we change. Nice and strong and active through those legs. Now feel that push up through your elbows like we did earlier. Still feeling that reach away with the feet and the push away with the elbows. One more scissor. And maybe you want to reach both legs up. And see if you want to carry both legs down. That feels quite intense. If it feels a bit strong, just hug knees to chest. Good. And gently release your arms, relax your shoulders. Just try to take it easy this morning. So from wherever you are, roll up to seated. And come to sit with your legs crossed. I'm going to just turn to face you. Otherwise, you can keep pointing forwards on your mat. So from here, moving into a gentle twist, take left hand over to the right knee. Gentle twist to the right. Lengthening through the spine as you spiral. Keeping your left hand on your right knee. Bring your right arm across, so you've crossed your arms. So now your right hand is holding your left knee. And then you're going to round and curl back. I stole this one from Jenny Rawlings. This actually feels so good. So just feel a nice stretch across your upper back and shoulder blades. Hooking your elbows for eagle arms, coming up. And in your eagle, you might want to just slide your elbows up and down. Just gently warming up into our shoulders. In your eagle, I quite like to curl backwards and just really deepen that stretch into any tight spaces along the upper back and shoulders. Your shoulders and arms have had quite a hectic week, so maybe just going slow. And then coming upright, take a little twist over to the left. And then your right hand comes onto your left knee and move to a gentle twist to the left. Lengthening tall as you twist. And then your back arm, your left hand comes on top to come to your right knee. So you've crossed your upper arms and then curling back to deepen that stretch. Such a delicious one. And then keeping the hook of the arms as you come into your Garudasana arm position, maybe wrapping palms together. Sliding elbows up and down, just creating a bit of movement in your shoulders. Maybe you like to curl back and twist from side to side, whatever feels good this morning. Taking a little twist to the right. And then we'll do it one more time, bringing left hand to right knee, right hand to left knee. Last little stretch back. And slowly release. Oh, just roll out shoulders. Good. So reaching your arms up overhead. So this is a nice time for us to kind of check in. Is when you take your arm into this shoulder flexion position, how long is your upper arm? Does your elbow come up really high above your head, in which case you have long arms and will clear the ground very easily with your head? Or are your elbows a little bit closer down? Even if you press, in which case you might have to lift your nose ever so slightly when we're in our headless headstand later on. So just kind of gauge if you're in the long arm department or maybe a little bit shorter, doesn't matter. You'll just move your head out the way. You may have to look up a little bit. That'll be interesting later on. So in this position, clasp your hands, interlace fingers, and press your elbows up towards the ceiling. So your shoulders have elevated a little bit, and we're going to be feeling that same press of our forearms onto the mat a little later. Take hold of your right elbow and just draw your elbow into a little tricep stretch here, just gently. Move into a lateral stretch like this to the left, letting that stretch run down a little deeper. And then coming back up to center. Good, interlace the fingers, clasp through the hands, pressing up through your elbows and forearms. And then holding on to your left elbow, little tricep stretch. Might be feeling good after all your handstands this week. And then moving into a gentle lateral stretch to the right. Good, coming back to center, one last little press up. And then just release your arms and relax. Nice. Coming onto all fours, so rolling forwards over the feet and ankles. Bring hands underneath shoulders and just move through a few rounds of cat-cow with your own breath. Just moving through the spine. Release into any tight spaces and do whatever feels good in your body this morning. And then when you really come to a neutral spine position, so just nice and straight, and now just moving your shoulders. So you're going to do a little bit of a sink. Sink your chest between your arms, and then from here, push through your hands. Don't round your spine into a cat stretch. See if you can just isolate that movement into your shoulders and arms now. And again, we do a little sink, not moving the spine. And then push. So really connecting with that sensation of the push as we continue to sink and push. So this push is what we're going to be referring a lot to later on when we start to move into our headless headstand. Sink, and it's that pushing of the ground away from you. Good. So let's bring that onto our elbows now. So let's talk about our positioning of our elbows and hands in our headless headstand. So first of all, you want to have a look down and make sure that your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Because if your elbows go too wide, it really doesn't help us to have any strength. So if you can tuck your elbows in, then I'm going to become a bit of a crazy Iyengar pedantic teacher on you. Notice how your skin rolls. So once you've placed your elbows, notice when you roll your elbows out, your skin has a certain amount of play there. So you might want to tuck your elbows in a little bit more narrow than you think, and then roll to where your skin grips your sticky mat. Can you feel that? Because sometimes we place our elbows shoulder distance and then they just slide out because of our skin. So check in with that. Now with your hands, because our head's going to be off the floor, and it depends on you, you can interlace your hands fully so that the heels of your hands even touch if that feels really strong and stable. Or you can do the classical position where you have that little basket shape that your palms kind of sit around the back of your head. So we'll explore that later on, but just chat about it here. For now, you can just keep your palms clasped if that feels comfortable. Shoulders, your elbows are shoulder distance apart and your skin is gripping the mat. Again, little sink and push down through your elbows. And sink and push. So just really feeling that pushing down of your elbows into the floor and also through your outer wrists. So sometimes people like to tuck the one baby finger in so that you can really feel the whole outer edge of your palm and wrist connecting with the mat. So maybe just explore a few sensations there. Fingers together or wrists apart, baby finger one tucked in or not. Which starts to feel stable. So now let's keep that push down of our elbows, skin gripping the mat. Make sure your elbows haven't slid wider now. Try and keep them shoulder distance apart. We'll extend the right leg straight back behind you, tuck the toe, and keep that push down through the forearms. As you lift the right leg up, just start to feel the work in the back leg. Bring the foot back down towards the mat, and then press up. So this will be our leg that's either pressing or kicking up later on. You don't need to open your hips up intensely unless that helps. Just start to feel that work into the back leg as you continue to push down through your forearms. Don't forget about the arms. Keep the push. Hold the leg up, push through the ball of the foot, strong straight leg, while pressing down through your elbows. And then release. Good. Moving to the other side, extending left leg straight back. You the push down through the elbows as you raise your left leg up and lower back to the mat. Trying to think of, keep lifting and lowering, pushing through the ball of the foot, and a nice, strong, active back leg. Good. Holding that left leg up at the back, push more through the ball of the foot, stretch through your leg, press down through your elbows, keep the push. And then gently release, both knees down, sit back into child's pose. Knees can be together if that feels good. And then bending the elbows, taking the hands towards the back of the head. And you can keep your fingers interlaced and hands in that clasped position. And if it feels good, you can move your wrists and your hands forwards and back to allow a bit of movement here. And when your hands come back behind your head, maybe think of pressing your palms together and feeling a little bit of activation back there. Slowly release your forearms back to the mat. And then with your elbows still shoulder distance apart, skin gripping the mat, step one foot back, then the other, and come to a forearm plank. We won't hold for too long, but feel that push down through your forearms. Feel the push most of all. Push, 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 push. You can either step up to plank or release and then come to plank. How strong those arms are feeling today. And then moving back into downward facing dog. Do whatever feels good in your first downward dog of the day. Pedaling out feet, rising and lowering, whatever feels good. And even in your downward dog, feel that push away with your hands. Option to walk, step, or jump to the top of the mat. Inhaling to halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Rising up to standing, Hastasana. Bring palms together to touch. Bend your elbows and then push up through the sides of the body, through your elbows, feel that press. And even here, rise to the balls of your feet. So we're almost doing a headless headstand, but standing the right way up. Find the balance, keep the push, keep the reach through the feet and elbows. And then lower and release. Back into Tadasana, mountain pose. So if you feel quite bendy in your back, and you find when you go upside down, you land up in a huge back bend, in those moments, you might want to think of bringing your ribs back into the body. And that's pretty much the most helpful cue. I tend to do the same thing. Think of drawing the ribs in. So we'll feel that again in a moment. Inhale, arms up, Hastasana. Reaching up. Exhale, slow, slow, slow forward fold. How slowly can you fold? And releasing down, inhaling to halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back through plank. And pressing through the hands as you slowly push into down dog. Taking the hips up and back. Gazing to the top of the mat. Again, walk, step, or jump to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Relax the head and the neck. Rising to Hastasana. Bring palms together, bend your elbows, press up through your forearms. Then we rise to the balls of the feet, and if you tend to arch your back quite a lot, you think of bringing ribs in. Ribs, you should adjust and bring everything into alignment, depending on you. And then keep that push as you rise to the balls of the feet, find the balance, feel the reach. Visualize that stack or headless headstand. And then release. Beautiful. One more time we flow. Inhale, arms up. Extra slow forward fold. Coming down nice and slow and controlled. Working into those hamstrings. Releasing head down. Inhale as we halfway lift. Exhale, grounding through the hands, step back through your plank, and a nice strong, slow push into downward dog. So if you're at the wall, make sure you're not too close to the wall for this bit. Right leg kicks up into three-legged dog. Push through the ball of the foot. Nice, strong, active back leg as we felt. Bring knee to nose as you round through the spine. Keep the push through the hands. And kick back three-legged dog. Two more like this. Knee to nose, feel the push. And then strong, active back leg as it moves back. One more time. Kicking back through three-legged dog. And then step forwards for high lunge. When you're ready, inhale, arms up. In our high lunge again, we'll bring palms together, interlace fingers, press up through those elbows. Really feel that press. Straighten your front leg, straightening the arms and slow forward fold into pyramid. Extra slow, scissoring the hips, squeezing thighs together, reaching forwards with a lengthened spine. Extra slow, moving down. And into your pyramid. Good. A little bit of movement here as we bend the right knee. And push back, pyramid pose. Inhale as we bend. And exhale as we stretch back. One more time. Holding in your pyramid. Take one more breath. And then lunge forwards, ground through the hands, sweep right leg up, three-legged dog, strong active leg, pushing through the ball of the foot. And back to down dog. We flow on the left, inhale, left leg rises, strong active leg, knee to nose. Pushing through the hands and kick back. Knee to nose. And kicking back, really pushing through the ball of the foot. Check your back leg is fully extending as it moves back. Nice. And last time, stepping forwards into high lunge. When you're ready, inhale, arms up. Bend the arms, headless headstand arms, push up. Straighten arms and legs, Slow fold into your pyramid. Keeping the hips squared, length through those arms, reach through your fingertips. And into your pose. Good. Bending through your left knee and pushing back to pyramid. Inhale as you bend. Exhale as you stretch. One more time. Little bend. And little stretch, holding in your pyramid. Option to forward fold or God lengthening forwards. Bending the knee, grounding through your hands, sweep left leg up. Strong active back leg. And come back into downward facing dog. Taking a few breaths here. Reaching right leg up for three-legged dog. Strong and active. Step straight away this time into your high lunge. Inhale, reaching up. Bending the arms. Pressing through the elbows. Straighten the front leg. And maybe a little faster now, but still slow and controlled into your pyramid. Arms and legs straight. Good. Bending the right knee, bring hands to heart center, lift the chest, prepare for your warrior three. Step into the right leg. Find your balance, keep your back leg strong, straight, and active. Little lunge on the right knee. So lunge in your warrior three. Keep your left leg squeezing up and stretch. Little lunge. Knees moving forwards with the foot, not rolling in. And stretch. Little lunge, keeps kicking your left leg up. And stretch. Two more, little lunge. Squeeze left leg high as you lunge. One more time, little lunge, hold it there. Extend the arms forwards. Warrior three, maybe straightening bottom leg, maybe keeping it bent. Fold into standing splits. Whew. Little bit of work in those legs this morning. Fold head to shin, option to bind, just moving into your standing split. Pushing still through the ball of your back foot. Slowly ground through hands and take a big step back into a lunge. Ground through the hands, right leg up, three-legged dog. Back to down dog. Nice. Keep that push with the hands in your downward dog. Ready for the left. Inhale, left leg rises. Three-legged dog. Step it forwards for high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Bend the arms. Press through the elbows. Straighten arms and legs. Slow fold. Pyramid pose. Good, hamstrings getting nice and warm. Beautiful. Bending the left knee, hands to heart center, step into the left foot, warrior three, find balance. We're just keeping the hands down so we don't tire the shoulders. Little lunge in the left knee, squeeze right leg up as you lunge, and stretch. Lunge in your warrior, and stretch. And lunge, keep pushing through the right ball of foot. Two more as we lunge. And stretch. Mean yoga teacher stuff today. Stretching the arms, coming to your full version of warrior three, if that's okay for you. And then folding into your pyramid pose. Back legs strong and active. You can keep hips square if that feels good for you, or allow a little bit of opening in the hip. Explore that. In your standing split, keep pushing through the ball of the right foot. Grounding the hands back, big step back, lunge, left leg sweeps up, three-legged dog, strong active back leg, and back to downward dog. Hold and breathe or take child's pose if you need. A few breaths here. One more little flow, right leg sweeps up, three-legged dog. Stepping forwards, high lunge. Arms up, inhale. Bend the elbows, press up through the elbows. Straighten arm, straighten leg. Last time, fold forwards, pyramid pose. Nice. Moving through now, bending the right leg, hands to heart center. Step, warrior three. Arms extend forwards, full warrior three. Hands to the ground, standing split. Pendulum, so sweeping the left leg forwards, come up to standing, one-legged Tadasana. Kicking left leg up, reach up through the arms, bend the elbows, press through the elbows. Sweep it back, arms straighten, standing splits. Nice and slow. All the way down. This time, ground your hands. So if you need to bend your right leg, do so. Look forwards and your left is going to do a little kick up now. You're going to do a kick up and jump back to down dog. So just play with that little kick. Yay! Down dog, hold and breathe or take child's pose. Well done. It's so fun that. Over to the left, left leg rises, let's move through it, three-legged dog. Step forwards, high lunge. You know I bend the arms, press through the elbows. Reach up, straighten the front leg, forward fold, pyramid pose. We bend the front knee, prepare for your warrior three, hands to heart center, step into the left foot. Arms extend forwards, feel the reach through your back foot. Fold into pyramid. Standing splits. Sorry about that. Swing your right leg forward, standing one-legged Tadasana. Reach up through the arms, bend the elbows, press up through the elbows. Reach up through your arms, slow pendulum back to standing splits. Nice and slow. When you're down there, ground through the hands. So maybe you need to bend that left leg a little bit more. Little kick up. So you're going to kick your right leg up as you jump back into down dog. Nice. Let's all come to child's pose. Whatever rest position feels good. Let's just pace ourselves. Take a few breaths here. If you're feeling strong, stay in down dog or come to child's pose. Arms wherever they feel comfortable, just rest. Our legs are nice and warmed up. Good. And then moving back into our down dog. One last little experience of that little kick. So make sure you're not too close to the wall and kick your foot, please. Right leg up. Good. In your down dog, just a tiny little kick. Or if you're feeling strong and you know you can go for it, a little kick on your right leg in your three-legged dog. Just feel the action of that back leg. Kicking up. Good. And then stay in your three-legged dog. Let's not get too tight. And step forwards with the right foot. Turn to the side for Prasarita. We'll have a play with that in a second again. I know it's fun. So in your prasarita, be wide so you can bring your elbows maybe to the floor. I know this is quite a stretch. The idea is for you here to find, again, your headless headstand position. So your elbows are tucked in, skin has gripped the mat, and then you can even release your head down here, keeping that push through your elbows. Relax your head and your neck. If you feel like you don't have a lot of space, you may have to lift your chin up towards your hands slightly, so more towards like a forearm balance. Press back up onto hands, turn to the left, so turn to your back leg. Ground hands. Sweep the left leg up, three-legged dog. And then again, you can have a little bit of playtime with those kicks, but don't exhaust yourself. So keep the push in your hand, strong, straight, active leg as you do little kicks. Don't have to do anything crazy, just little kicks. One side often feels way easier than the other side as well. Good. When you're ready, land back in three-legged dog. Step forwards between the hands. Move through your prasarita. Wide legs so that you're closer to the floor. Bring elbows down. Tuck your elbows underneath you so your skin grips the mat. Clasp hands, or whatever feels best for your hands. And then release your head down. Relax your neck. And give that push of your elbows into the mat. And then gently walking hands back underneath you, turn back to the front of the mat, over your right leg, and step back to downward dog. In your down dog, walk your hands back a little bit. So you're not quite in the middle of the mat, but you've gone back a little bit more. Lower onto your knees. And now we're going to start making use of our wall. So if you're a bit taller or shorter, you may have to adjust. What we're going to be doing is a little forearm plank with the wall. Okay. We will do it closer the second round, but we're just going to start to feel that. So I'm in the middle of the mat, placing elbows underneath shoulders, pushing down through the forearms. You step 1 foot up on the wall, push down through your elbows is the big sensation here. And we're not leaving our bum in the air. We're going to feel that plank. Good. Don't hold for terribly long. You just feel that push through the elbows and bring your bum down. So it's more of a plank. Yeah, yes. So this is an awesome place for us to first build strength for headless headstand. Okay, come down because I know it's fun. And let's not tire out too much. Okay, so that's step 1. And maybe, as we go along through all the stages, maybe you want to stay on step 1. Maybe you want to try step 2. Feel it out. I'm going to give you all the options. Okay, so that's a great place to build that strength and stability for our shoulders and feeling that push and just working the alignment of the arms. Let's have a little break. So now we're going to try it a little bit closer towards the wall. So you might feel more of that stacking of your hips over your shoulders. And you'll feel there's actually way less strength required than the plank, okay? Because as soon as we stack, it's easier. So you might go a little bit further back. Generally, it's the length of your legs. So if your legs are this long, that's pretty much as far back as you'll be. Okay. Then again, check your hand placement. Don't rush it. Are your elbows underneath your shoulders? Is your skin gripping the mat? When you walk up, you won't have your legs as high now. You bring your legs a little bit more parallel to the floor. And then just feel that, and maybe you want to take one leg up. It feels like you can take that leg over. Try and be strict about keeping it straight up. Okay. Yay. Try not move into a massive back bend. But it's also fine to be in a little banana in these poses. Yay. Try and feel the hips coming over the shoulders. Now, are you still pushing down through your elbows? Be aware if you've got long sleeves on, it's a bit slippy, so be careful of that. Thumb up, cool. So a lovely place just to start to feel the hips coming over more. Nice, take a little break. If you want to go again, maybe you want to repeat step 1 and step 2. Okay. So you can repeat that one if that's feeling like a perfect place for you to be pushing down through your elbows and keeping your head off the floor. Remember, it's going to feel totally different now if you're used to having your head on the mat. Okay. And we're giving our arms a little break, hopefully, in between these. I know it's so tempting to keep going. Yes, nice. So if we still got our backs towards the wall, you can stretch your arms forwards and just take a little downward dog. Step right foot forwards between your hands. Turn through Prasarita to face your left leg, face to the wall. Step back into downward dog, now facing the wall. Bring your knees to the mat, and then we come closer to the wall now. We're going to work our kicking up against the wall. Okay, so it's totally up to you. You might want to be a little closer to the wall. I like to be a little bit away from the wall because once I hit the wall, I can't get off the wall. So now when we start to work the kicks, you must make sure your elbow's in the right place. Now it's going to be more vital, all that hamstring warming we've done, to walk in, okay? Dolphin is harder, so you can hold in dolphin to build strength, but we want to go for it here, and here we'll just do a little bit of a kick up against the wall. Okay, so we've warmed our hamstrings to walk in. So when you're ready, place your elbows, take your time for your setup. Yeah, walk in as much as you can to get your bum over your shoulders.
Is your head hovering right from the beginning?
Your head is going to be hovering right from the beginning if you can. So it's a bit harder to catch that balance if you're not used to it. I mean, if your head lightly touches the floor, it's not a drama, but see if you can keep it off, because Cara, you have lovely long arms and you don't need your head. And then play with that little kick. So of course now we're using momentum to help us get up. Yay, nice. Keep that push, keep your head off the floor, push through your elbows, and we're using momentum to get up at this stage. Yay, and it might feel different with your head off the floor, so we've got the wall there in case. Nice. Strong, straight, active legs if possible, if hamstrings are willing. The more you can walk in, of course, the less momentum you need. So those with restricted hamstrings have to jump harder. So it's good that we feel this and so we can be compassionate for our students. Yes, push down, jump hard if you need to. Walk in as close as you can. Yes, strong, straight, active back leg. Yes, nice. And then once you're up, then push down through your elbows. Head off the floor. Strong and straight. Now think of your ribs. For those that have a little bit of a bend in the back, think of ribs in, ribs to the wall. We all tend to do that. Yes. Nice. So in this, we're playing with how much momentum we need to get up. Yes. Take a little break. Take a little break. Don't kill yourself. I've still got another version or two for you. We'll see how we go. Oh. So the kicking is great, and we need to kick just to feel how much momentum we need to get up. And of course, if you can do standing splits pretty straight, this is a whole lot easier because your legs are already up there. So now, if we try and now move into the next step, just as an observation, or maybe you're going to keep your kicking now, we want to try and use that strength.
They're doing all these additional steps, which are to aid with strength, but rely on flexibility. So I can get into headless headstand, no problem, just strength. But they're doing all these other
So, because maybe it's a hamstring thing as well, right? So the last version I'm going to show you as well, Ashton, is bringing your knees into your chest and that little curl up, which is just pure strength. So you'll probably like that. So I'm still kind of moving through the flexi one.
Yes, excuse my ranting there. My hamstrings were tight.
I'm going to show you one more flexi way and then one more other way, okay? Because there's so many things and we're all different, so we can't say everything works for everyone. We've got options. Okay, so now flexi way. So now, of course, it helps if you can walk in a whole bunch. Can you see my hips have already gone over my shoulders? Yeah, I'm trying to keep my head off the floor. Then I can take one leg up, and because my legs are already there, I'm just going to think of pushing through my elbows, pushing through my elbows, pushing through my elbows to float the bottom leg up. Now, that's only if you walk in and your hips are over your shoulders. So the flexi ones, you can try that without kicking now. I'm going to give you the last option as well for maybe if your leg doesn't do that, you could also walk in, bring one knee to chest. Now it also depends, you might have to do a little springer to get that bottom leg in, okay? And then find your knees into your chest. And you don't have to rush up here. Go really slowly. Everybody tends to want to shoot their legs up once their feet are off the floor. Go slow. So maybe play now with those two last options. Flexi way, standing split, just using the push strength. Or maybe if your leg doesn't go there, walk in, bring one knee to chest. Yes, Cara, that's it. Nice. And see if you can use your strength to control the movement up without using momentum. Or maybe the momentum is just what you need and kick, go for it if you want. The push down through your elbows is the key here. The more you push, the more weight you shift to your arm side. So keep the mantra in your head, push down, push down, push down. And the more you push, the more, the idea is that we float. So last little bit of playtime there. So much fun. Now don't rush up. Push down to move up. Don't rush. Push. And make sure that your elbows haven't slipped out because that really robs you of your strength if your elbows are too wide. Yes, nice, Juliet. Nice control. That's it. That's it, Annie. Yes, just push down more, and you just have to push down through your wrists and yes, take it over. Now one knee into the chest, push down. Little hop to bring the bum over. The wall's there, it's got you. So just feel that little hop, yes. And then you catch the balance in that little hop, yes. Yes, there it was. You got it. Nice, the wall has got you. Go for it. There it is. You found it. Just bring your bottom foot in quicker. Yes! It's so exciting. Yes! Woo! Can you see what you mean? As soon as your feet lift, we want to shoot our legs up. And just be happy with your knees in a little ball there because you had a perfect balance. So exciting. Nice, Cara. Walk in more. You've got long hamstrings. Walk in, walk in, walk in. Yes. Go into the ball of the foot. Yes. Now push. Yeah. Fine. Now ribs in. Think of those ribs moving back to the wall. Yeah. What we tend to do, and I think is a proprioception thing, is our ribs tend to stick out. I'm so guilty of it. And because we're upside down, we don't know where our ribs are. So if the wall is behind you, what I say to the 200 hours is ribs to the wall, because your ribs can pull you forwards otherwise. Well done, guys. That was really fun. Okay, I'm sure your shoulders are exhausted. So seeing as we're up the wall, let's put our legs up the wall for Viparita Karani. So fun. Okay, so coming to the wall. I always like to come in sideways, then you don't have to do the endless bum shuffle. Hips sideways to the wall, and then spinning around. And then that last little shuffle, legs up the wall. Arms over there feel comfortable. Let's keep them down either on the tummy or down to the sides. And just relax. Resting the legs, resting the arms. Allow your body to slowly start to relax and unwind. So in this class, lots of focus around hamstrings for that walking in, as I'm sure you've noticed. Emphasis on push, a little bit of shoulder warming, but not exhausting. Little actions of kicking. And today, I mean, I probably wouldn't have done all those versions in one class, but it just shows you so many options of what you can do depending on the level of your students. So from here, you can slide your feet down and just hug your knees into your chest and push the soles of your feet against the wall. If you want, you can take a twist to the right with your arms out to the sides. Resting the legs and feet on the mat. And moving to the other side when you feel ready. And then bringing the legs up, and maybe you want to do a little Baddha Konasana with the outer edges of your feet against the wall, knees out to the side. Well done today, everyone. I hope you had lots of fun. That's the most important thing overall. And just playing with different ways to work our inversions, which is mostly about warming hamstrings, is the best thing we can do to help our students to get in. With a few other bits. So make sure you're warm and cozy. You can settle to your Shavasana if you want, being flat on the floor. Keep your legs up the wall if you're loving this. I won't see you at 1 o'clock today. We'll discuss everything we did today, and with on Monday we're doing forward bends again, so quite similar relations there. So we'll chat more then. If you have any questions or want to tell me anything after this, please feel free to message or talk to me now if you want. And have a stunning weekend. Well done, everyone. Bye. Take a nice Shavasana.